All right, and a pleasant good evening to you from Tony'sPicks.com, and welcome to Night Moves. I'm with DeAndre Stevenson tonight, and we're going to talk a little baseball and a little NFL Thursday night football. DeAndre didn't show you as a Pirates. I'm calling you out, DeAndre. You have a Pirates hat on. I'm thinking it's kind of representing the Steelers. Maybe it's your pick. Maybe that's why you turn it around. Maybe we'll see what DeAndre thinks of Thursday night football tonight and get some. I think we're going to do our NBA again. Hey, DeAndre, you'll be happy to know I did hold it down last night here on the show with some winners last night with the NBA preseason. Went 3-1 without you. 3-1 NBA
Yes,
preseason.
sir. I hope you faded the Kings.
Oh my goodness. Uh, uh, we that was my I went over. I won all the other. I had
No, you were
Charlotte.
supposed to, in honor of me, you were
No,
supposed to fade them, Mr. Ramon. You were
No, well,
supposed to
no, I was on.
fade them.
To be fair, I was on another show and did take the Clippers, but on the show here, I took the over. But I had Charlotte last night, and I had also the under in that Toronto Boston game. That was actually pretty exciting. And then I had Dallas, of course, right over the Lakers last night. They, what was going to happen there. Just at the end of the game, the Lakers El Foldo. So, but
Yeah.
let's do that was basketball, and we'll pick some picks. But DeAndre, just have a question. I mean, have the Toronto Blue Jays turn the tables in just one game? They still trail this series 2-1 after the 13-4 win. Vladdy on fire, 4 for 4, the home run. They hit 5 home runs. They had 18 hits. They're still down 2-1. Is Toronto now the team to beat?
Um, it's tough, you know what I'm saying? They definitely came out today with their back against the wall and they showed up, you know. So we're gonna definitely see if they show up again. But man, these Blue Jays bats got hot out of nowhere, and like they say, the road team dominates this matchup. So
Okay.
we'll see if the momentum stays with the Blue Jays or if the Mariners come back out and swing.
All right, we'll talk. I think there's one football game tonight. I gave us a winner last night on the show. UTEP and Sam Houston game to go over, and it did. And did
That
have.
Sam Houston, that program is horrible.
Oh man,
That program is horrible.
they used to be good. They were good when they were in.
Last year they won 10 games, and now it look like they're about to lose 10 straight games. That program took a bad turn.
Yeah, I brought some hockey winners here last night home on the show as well with the Sabres. I gave out here on the show last night, DeAndre, and I'll cover the hockey tonight in just a little bit as well. So,
Yes, sir, man. Good luck, good job, Mr. Ramon, holding it
yep.
down out there for the Night Moves crew, man. We
Well,
delivering for y'all night in and night out.
but when you're here, I like to talk about what you're doing over at Tony'sPicks.com, and you guys can visit us over at Tony'sPicks.com and get our premium picks. DeAndre and I are going to go over a lot of good games right now and hopefully give you some winners. But DeAndre and I put our best picks up over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can check out the leaderboards and see who's hot. Oh, there I am, DeAndre. I had a couple winners there, three
Yes,
and two.
sir.
And shout
Good
out to all
job,
these
Mr.
other guys
Ramon.
with the zeros. I needed everybody else above me. The good day had the zeros in the loss column. I did pull a profit anyway. Had a couple of winners in tennis, and I had uh, uh, Bieber's strikeouts over in the game tonight. DeAndre in the I did not pick the game correctly for us here on the show, my friend. I went with Seattle, and boy, I don't know. We'll talk about that game, but still had some winners over there yesterday on the site. What's going on with you, DeAndre, on Thursday at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, man. We lost our best bet, man, with this Sam Houston program, man.
What?
I
Oh, no
thought they was
wonder you're
gonna
mad
do
at
it.
Sam.
I thought they was gonna do it. But that what I get for not showing up last night and breaking this game down with the crew with the
Oh,
guys, you know. But we did win with Jacksonville State with the 7.5. That was kind of free, you know. But we back at it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Got my best bet, you know. We ready to load up. Me and Mr. Ramon pairs up 2-for-1 Cappers deal. Tony T at checkout 50%, 15% code discount, and let's do it, man. Let's make it a money making Thursday, man. Got a couple games to talk about with y'all, man. Mr. Ramon got the hockey for y'all, so appreciate all the love and the support, man. Let's do it. Night moves.
Right, you saw DeAndre's numbers. I skipped to the best bet so we could get it out there and publicize it. But like I said, just showed right there DeAndre's numbers right here. Still, despite that loss, DeAndre, who cares? Up nearly 8 units over the last week, and since DeAndre's
Yup.
been with us
Ready to
here.
get back on the right side, man. I already got plays loaded up, man. Shake it off, and we're a winner, man. We've been winning. We've been printing money, so we're gonna get back to what we know to do. So let's get back to it, man. Let's break these games down. Let's do it. Good luck to everybody out there.
Okay. Well, we got to know what's going on in Major League Baseball with, well, we know that other series we got to talk about whether the momentum has swung. In this one, we're going to talk about whether or not the momentum can swing, or is it going to continue to be over? Now, the Brewers, I'm not sure of their pitching plans. I'm putting Mizorowski up here, but you could have 3 or 4 different, and you're going to have 3 or 4 different guys for sure in this game with Milwaukee. And that's why they're nearly a $2 underdog against the hot Dodgers here at this point. Look, we just saw the Blue Jays go in there and win that first game at Seattle. DeAndre, I know this price is high, and Capper might gravitate and say, hey, this is still a championship style game. You got to trust the Brewers will come through. And Glasnow is probably not going to be that guy to go more than 6. We're seeing some outstanding Dodger pitching. Glasnow may pitch well. I don't think he's going to pitch deep, even though he has been running a little bit deeper than normal. But we'll still see some Dodger bullpen. What's going to happen tonight?
Looking at this game, I see Mizoraki and I see Glasnow, man. Glasnow got good numbers against this Brewers lineup. I think Mizorowski could come out and pitch good. I'll take the Brewers in the first 5 with the half a run. I'm gonna go back to this play. The Brewers kind of own the Dodgers in this whole in this matchup, but the Dodgers pitching definitely been coming to life and helping them out. So the Brewers gotta adjust. I don't think they came this far just to end it all right here and go down 3-0. So I think the Brewers come out swinging, and I'll take them in the first 5 at least to keep it close. Keep it close. I think both of these two pitchers could come out and pitch a solid game in the first 5 innings. Take the first 5 with the Brewers.
Okay. So I think we will see, some other guys in there. I mean, Quintana could also be in there. He could start. I mean, I think you're going to see 2 or 3 different guys for sure here for Milwaukee. And I don't know if that's the best formula here necessarily for them. I mean, you wish they were a little bit more stable. And I think that's just kind of pointing, a little bit to me towards, a higher scoring game. I think Dodger bats are at home here. They're looking pretty strong. I know their pitching's been coming through, but I don't know if Glasnow does have some good numbers against some of these Milwaukee bats, and they've hit just $147 against him. Pretty good, but I'm going to go over in the game, though, I think, for me, DeAndre. Let me take the over with Milwaukee. There are some guys in the lineups here that do have some pretty good numbers. Freddie Freeman, some good slugging against Quintana anyway, and I'm gonna try the over here. I think the Dodger bats can still do it against whoever Milwaukee has out there. I don't know if it'd be a blowout, but Milwaukee, the pressure is going to be on. Hey, everybody! Well, it's Mr. Westers, of course, in the chat. He says it should not be. He should not be $2, but what Mr. Wesker said, Mizorowski, I mean, here he is. He just made his major league debut not a few months ago, and was terrific early, and then kind of. I'm not saying he was terrible. I mean, he was terrific. He was awesome for a rookie, actually, and has still continued to be strong. This is a high pressure, high leverage situation, man. But it could be Quintana. I don't want to mislead anybody here, but it's going to be, it's going to be both those guys.
Most definitely. Mizorowski probably an opener, and then Quintana probably coming in. That's what I think it'd probably be.
Okay. Yeah, it could be that way. Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, they both are starters, and they need to get as much out of these guys as they can, quite frankly. Or more likely, they just got to make sure they've got someone who is getting some outs in there. And if they're not getting outs early, it could be choppy waters for the Brewers bullpen. Okay, good one there. Thanks to everybody. Hey, you in the chat, you want to comment with us? We want to hear from you in the chat. Let us know. All right, next game up, we're going to go back to Seattle here tonight with the Blue Jays and the Mariners now 2-1 after the Blue Jays. Well, what can you say, DeAndre? They tore the cover off the ball there last night. And like I said, I don't know if the series changes, but all of a sudden they go back. Maybe the pressure of being in Toronto. There were a lot of Toronto fans there tonight in Seattle. They knocked Kirby out with 7 runs through 4 innings, and they had 5 runs in that third inning, and they had 18 hits. And my man Alejandro Kirk
The bomb.
hit that home run. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. The Blue Jays have, however you say this guy name,
Who? Max Scherzer?
yeah, him. They have him up there. Throughout the last 2 years, he really haven't been looking good.
He's
He
still
ended the
Max.
season. He ended the season. Not really looking so good. I think Castillo could give up a couple runs in this game, and I'll take the over in this game. We
You
seen this
will.
Blue Jays offense get hot today, and all we need is the Mariners offense to pitch in again how they did, and to get up and over this total. So I'll take the over 7.5.
All right. No, of course. Yeah. I mean, well, I'm kind of like, it's only 7.5. Max Scherzer. You're right, DeAndre. I'm just trying to, uh, reel one in for the old guy here. I mean, you'd think that maybe, just maybe, Max could go back to being Max for just one more game and come out and deliver the performance of his that look, it's not an accident that Max Scherzer's pitching in this game. I mean, if you're going to have Max Scherzer on your roster and what the Blue Jays have right now to go out there, I guess this is why you have him. But Castillo, 3.42 ERA, Max 5.19 ERA, 11-5 with the Max on the mound to the over for Toronto. So that kind of shows you right there what you're talking about here, DeAndre. But man, those Toronto bats were so hot. I'm scared now all of a sudden. And Castillo gives up something, but man, it feels like Scherzer's going to give up something too. Oh boy.
Where you going? Where you going?
No, I'm going to have to go with the Mariners here at home still at $1.30. Look, they were fortunate to have Justin Bieber on the mound yesterday. He was terrific. He had 8 strikeouts. He gave them enough pitching that they needed. Look, they bombed Kirby. I don't know if I can put Castillo necessarily ahead of Kirby, but at least Castillo worked all season long. Kirby had to come back kind of not all. He didn't pitch the whole season. He was injured at first and then came in, and he probably wasn't the same Kirby as he was expected to be before his injury or when he's healthy. Castillo is a veteran. He's almost like a kind of a captain guy here, and he'll have to get it done for me here. I will take the Mariners. DeAndre says go over, and great games tonight. All right, we got in the chat, we got Chop Kicks. He's ready to talk college football. Mr. Weskers went with Toronto today, and he doesn't mind maybe Max in there. And Chop Kicks says, I'm glad I stayed off the Mariners. Yep, I went with the Mariners. Benjamin Beers here. He says road teams. Maybe it's the road teams that win the games. Maybe they go back to Toronto and Seattle starts to get them. Okay, thanks, you guys. All right. That's it for baseball. Let's go to the NFL first, even though that keep the order for the producer there. But DeAndre, we've got a divisional matchup here with the Steelers and the Bengals. Look out! You got Aaron Rodgers. You've got Joe Flacco. You got old guys here. Quarterback.
It's an Onk night right here. Onk night.
The Onk night or old
Onk
night?
Onk night.
right up my alley, right?
Yeah.
Now we know the Steelers are playing a little bit better than the Bengals. I'll tell you this. I was looking, if you look at the Bengals schedule, it's pretty easy. There's a couple tough games on there. They play like the Bills and stuff, but they're playing in this division. If you have it there, DeAndre, you can look ahead. You know, they might not win this one, but they're not going to be out of a lot of the games here as bad as they've been. And if they could just get it together, it does feel like it was a big upgrade with Flacco, though. I mean, even if they look, these teams are barely the Steelers are the better team on paper, right? 4-1. They've been great, actually, but I'm not calling them a fraud, DeAndre. Let me hear you first, because I don't.
Yeah, looking at this, we know that this is a divisional matchup. We know that I'm gonna just say this. I think that I'm happy that Flacco was playing the way that he was playing with the Browns and all this and all that, because now we have all this value on the Bengals as home dogs. It's just a good spot for the Bengals, man. Joe Flacco has a lot of weapons like T. Higgins. He got this big tight end named Tanner Hudson. Who else they got? They got a nice tight end. Man,
Noah Fant.
I think this is a good spot for Joe Flacco to come out and keep this game close and maybe come out with an outright win. But we'll play it safe and take the Bengals with the +5.5, man. I'm gonna trust Unc Flacco tonight, man. My money on
Is he more of
Unc
an
Flacco.
yeah? And Aaron Rodgers, he's more. I don't know, he's like crazy uncle.
Yeah, also the Steelers coach was mad at the Browns for even trading Joe Flacco because that create problems and he was mad. He was like, "Why are you trading your starting guy, the guy you started the season with, to competition?" So he knows something about Flacco that we don't know. So I'm going to go with Flacco tonight.
Well, the one thing about I will say this about Pittsburgh, they don't really get after the right. It's not Unc's Pittsburgh either, because this Pittsburgh defense has not been good so far. And that's funny because they're still 4-1. They've been doing it. Look, Rodgers, you got DK. The one thing Cincinnati does okay is cover receivers. I will say that it feels like kind of one of their strengths. And
Yeah, they've been scoring that
DK,
ball
what do you
also
think?
though. They've been scoring the ball, man. They just covered last week. Then they scored they put up like 20 plus points against the Lions. Man, the Bengals, they've been competing at least. So I think this is a good spot for them, man. I think this is a good spot for them.
I'll tell you this, DeAndre. You mentioned the tight end game here between uh, Fryermuth of Pittsburgh, between Noah Fant of the Bengals. Uh, I'm looking to play these tight ends here in this game.
Yeah, like I was saying, they got another tight end, Tanner Hudson, man. I'm telling you, he's a sneaky. He scored last week.
Well, he did get a
He,
concussion too last week, so I'm hoping he is
oh,
in there. Yeah,
okay. Well, that's big then. That's big.
well,
Okay.
he was on protocol, and it is a short week. I'm worried about that, but he was awesome last week, right? He had a touchdown.
He's I'm telling you, he's a sneaky guy. He don't really play every rep, but he'll come in and sneak in a couple catches so yeah, I like Hudson.
All right. Well, watch out. Keep an eye on that injury report because I'm pretty sure he left the game with a concussion after he scored the touchdown, unfortunately. And they're also without Gasecki. But don't worry because Noah Fant's going to do it, DeAndre. If Hudson doesn't play, I want you to step up put a little extra on Noah Fant. And then Fryermuth for Pittsburgh too. But I love the Flacco to Fant combination tomorrow in the game. I am going under, by the way, though, in the game. So DeAndre, DeAndre, would you agree though that the Bengals are a public dog here, or are they a sharp dog? Are they a dog that only the cappers are kind of taking? Do you think the public still goes, "Oh, Pittsburgh, Rodgers 4-1, they're coming back and everything," and the Bengals have looked terrible? Lay the points. Are the Bengals still sneaky? Because when I talk to, quite frankly, experts like you and other handicap, they all like the Bengals.
Yeah, it's just because it's just really a good spot. Like I said, the Bengals have been actually at least putting points on the board, and that's all it really is about when you're
And
trying to
they got
cover the spread. You got to score the ball, and like I said, they competed against the Lions. They covered the spread last week. So coming into this spot is really looking like an outright win for the Bengals, if I'm not mistaken. If everything lines up how it's supposed to, But
no,
real
and
players think and take the
home
5.5.
division dog, short week. It's all these are the you're DeAndre. You want to get I'm being respectful here. You want to get going in this business. You're picking these type of angles. This is a total. I mean, it's home dog division short week, right? Bringing in a veteran
It's all
quarterback
about the
in
spot
here.
for me. That's how I
Right.
really
It's
look at it.
all
It's
the
all
things
about the
line up,
spot.
all the handicapping things line up, and the public might still be drooling. Wow, we got Pittsburgh 4-1 here, leading the division. It's a very intriguing game. And I'll say this. Pittsburgh still stops the run pretty good. Chase Brown's been awesome, but take his receiving props or his long reception over. I think the running game, it might be a little bit tough, actually. So get it to Brown out of the backfield. The Bengals will be fine, but I am going to try. At 44 here, though, let me get the chopstick says all the Sharps, Bengals, Public, Steelers. Okay. Sometimes it's scary when all the cappers are going one way too, but I can't get away from it. So I'll go under though in this one, DeAndre, 44. Maybe it will be Flacco and Rodgers. If it's Flacco and Rodgers in a shootout in the retirement game,
Who's gonna retire first? Whoever lose retires first.
well, there was some taunting. Did you see? I think on Flacco's IG tonight. Um, I'm into the social media game. I don't know if you are. Okay, but Flacco took a little shot at A-Rod on Instagram tonight, so you have to check that out. Maybe it be part of your handicap. Okay, there was a lot to dissect there, but I think we came out with 2 picks out of it. Hope we get it right. Okay, let me go to there's a college game, DeAndre, here with Tulsa taking on East Carolina here in this one, DeAndre. But it is kind of one-sided with East Carolina, a pretty big favorite. I don't think they deserve to be a big favorite necessarily in the game, but what do you have here? 17,
Yeah.
17, and the total 54?
In this case, in this scenario, I see Tulsa as 16.5 underdogs, and in this spot I want to take them because the last 2 times these teams played,
Mm-hmm.
it's been one possession games, 31-28 back in last year, November 14th, 2024, 31-28. November 25th, 2023, 29-27. This many points? I mean, I understand Tulsa haven't been the greatest, but I mean, from my understanding, they play this team real tough. So I mean, as long as y'all come out and play this team real tough again tonight, I mean, I'm gonna lean towards Tulsa, man. I just don't want to lay this many points with East Carolina. Nah, I'm gonna take Tulsa here.
Okay, DeAndre. Yeah, well, the East Carolina defense is starting to play a little bit better. The East Carolina offense has been pretty strong for sure. I mean, they have a pretty freewheeling passing game here, but Tulsa's been going down. But I feel like I agree as far as the line maybe just being too high because I think that East Carolina's defense still hasn't kind of caught up to its offense.
They pass defense struggles. They pass
Okay.
defense struggles. Like I said, this Tulsa team hasn't been the greatest. You know what I'm saying? But I think we can sneak in for a backdoor cover with this many points. I think we can sneak in with a
Oh, well, then
backdoor cover.
I mean, okay, that settles it for me. I mean, I'm gonna have to go
Lose by
over.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. If that's if you're talking backdoor cover here, I mean, there's no reason
Backdoor
why
cover. Backdoor
not to
cover.
go
Nah.
over. Yeah, I would have to go over here. I think ECU is interesting. They play super fast too. Don't forget, ECU does. It's just that they're just not. It's like they're not efficient. They look like they kind of get a little sketchy out there.
Like a little high school team out there or something.
Remember, Tulane couldn't score a touchdown. That affected the total in the last game. So they're taking on Tulsa now off of a bye. Tulsa's a better running team, and that could be the determining factor. But I'm going to have to go over then, DeAndre. The way you're describing it, I'm going to go over. The East Carolina defense will be tired. They are getting better. Here we go. Under for chop kicks. There. All right. Okay, good job on the football. We got some picks out of that. Hope we'll bring them to you. And gonna take a look at the NBA if you want, DeAndre, real quick with the card tomorrow. 5 games to look at here. Let's see if I got the bright lines up here.
Yeah, man.
Pelicans, I got it right here. Your Pelicans in action against the Magic.
Yeah, man. My Pelicans. I seen y'all was talking all that stuff in the comments on our last video segment. The Rockets versus the Pelicans. Man, the Pelicans came through and got us that backdoor cover, but
All right.
oh man, we just getting ready for the real season next week, man. I'm ready. I hope y'all are too, man. In this game, I'm gonna take the Pelicans again, man. Only reason I'm gonna take the Pelicans because I think this Pelicans team is basically the same as this Orlando team. Young, they understand who's the face of the franchise and everything goes on around them. Like they got Paolo Banchero, we got Zion Williamson, and everything goes around them. So I really think that the Pelicans could come out here and keep this game close with the 6.5. I don't want to lay this many points with the Magics. Nah, they haven't really. Nah, not laying this many. I'm gonna take the Pelicans with the 6.5. I don't think the Magics laying this many points. No, not
Well, they're
just.
only laying this many points because they're unbeaten in the preseason.
Yeah, and that's so perfect. That's even more better. I'll take the Pelicans.
Yeah, if
Coming off that crazy loss at home, we lost by 2, 130, 128 was the score if I'm not mistaken.
look at that. That was
We
a big
should come out
score.
try to get a win.
Yeah,
Let's
Magic's
go
in the top
Pelicans.
in the preseason, averaging nearly 125 per game. They're winning by almost 20 points per game. Their tempo and defensive pressure have looked like regular season out there. But the Pelicans have played, their score, you mentioned it, they're averaging over 120 points per game, too. So I'm going over with these. I'm going over in this one, DeAndre. You're
Yes,
taking the
sir.
Wolves, and I'll take the over. Okay. Next up, we got Wizards and the Pistons here. You got the Pistons. And look at this big spread too. Probably 8. It might be down to 8. I'm seeing some 7.5. So maybe it's going down a little bit to 8. But the total is still going to be about 230 or so in this one, DeAndre, with the Wizards on the road here at Detroit. Both teams have been playing some high scoring games.
Yeah, the Wizards are 1-1, and the Detroit Tigers are 1-2. And that's just because they really just been playing the tougher opponents. But I think this is the perfect spot to lay with the Pistons against this not so good Wizards team. We know that coming into this season, this Wizards team is not going to be good. I think the Pistons want to get back into that win column, and I think they do it against this not so good Washington team. So let's take the Pistons in this spot.
Both teams are involved in high tempo, loose games from what I've seen so far. Washington averaging about 116 a game. Detroit has poor defense so far, allowing about 116. So you mentioned they're 1-2. This is going to be up tempo. I'm going over in this one as well with Washington and Detroit. Next up is Houston taking on Atlanta. Atlanta is they're a 9.5 point favorite. DeAndre best up on this one, but again, another big spread. You kind of wonder why, but I'm sure that Houston does have some probably players out right now. Tate questionable, DFS doubtful. We know Fred's out.
Yeah, I lean towards the under in this game. We know that the Rockets got a couple defensive pieces. We know that ATL got Jalen Johnson. They got some defensive pieces. I think 232. I think that's kind of too high. I
Okay.
think that these offenses could keep this total under. So I'll go under in this spot.
Okay, yeah, both teams are 3-0, I think, but Houston's kind of been the big surprise. They're averaging 130 points per game, so I hope you have that one under control there. Atlanta's numbers are a little bit misleading. They've given up as many points as they've scored, so I like what I see from Houston here, and I'm going to go ahead and take the Rockets here plus 2.5 in this one against Atlanta. Right, couple more here. Timberwolves and the Bulls. Timberwolves favored on the road here, 4.5 and 234.5 in this one. DeAndre, Minnesota has, I think, a couple winning been winning and losing a little bit, and Chicago, they're not doing too well defensively either.
Yeah, both of these teams coming into this matchup is 2-2. The Wolves are 2-2. The Chicago are 2-2. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I like this Chicago team at home. I like this Chicago team. I like what they're doing. They got some good pieces. They got the Chicago team, man, it's scary, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's different. I think this year can be different. I think they can be right there in that play-in kind of tournament. I think they can stay above the water. So, man, I think this is a good spot that we can take the Bulls at plus 4.5.
All right. Minnesota's actually playing some defense. They're holding opponents to less than 107 points right now. Chicago is allowing 120 points per game, but I'm going to actually go under here in this one. I think Minnesota is playing a little bit of D here. We'll see if they can cover 4.5 in a preseason game that doesn't mean much, but I'm going to go under 234 in this one. Okay, one more here with Portland and Utah. And it's Portland favored by 2 here on the road. It's 2.5 now, but 237.5.
Yeah, give me the Trailblazers in this spot. This Utah team is 0-3. They haven't won a game yet.
Yeah.
We know that this team is not going to be really good. They got a couple pieces like Ace Bailey, but he's just a rookie and he's still trying to get put into the offense. This Trailblazers team is just a way better team. They coming off a loss at home in front of their home crowd. I think that they're going to be hungry and motivated to just come out and smash this trash Utah team. So I take the Trailblazers.
All right. Yonder says take Portland here. Yeah, Utah, that they're allowing 130 points per game. They're really last in defensive efficiency in the preseason so far. Portland just 1-2, but they average about 120 here. But I'm going to go under. I'm worried that Utah's not going to have enough going here. I think the Blazers might overwhelm them here in this one. So give me the under, though, here at 237. DeAndre says take Portland tonight. Okay, that's a look at the basketball. And DeAndre, thank you very much. Great job here talking MLB, NFL, college football, and baseball. What you got for us over? I know we've gone over it, but want to say good night and tell us about Tony's picks.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, we've been doing good overall. We've been printing money. We've been on the right side throughout this journey. I'm just thankful for this opportunity. Like Mr. Ramon told you, we up a lot of units since we started. We printing money for you guys, and we're doing it right here on Night Moves. Y'all just gotta listen and trust me and Mr. Ramon, man. And I got my Thursday best bet. We got some good college football games this week. You see right there, I'm hot in college,
Yeah.
hot in the NFL. I got a Thursday night play for the football game. Let's just do it, man. Get aboard with me and Mr. Ramon, man. We got y'all, man. We got y'all. Y'all just gotta trust us, man. This Night Moves. We're trying to get y'all the best lines, the best numbers, and we just trying to continue printing this money for y'all. So y'all keep showing up, and we're gonna keep delivering for you guys.
All right. Well, our ratings keep going up every time you show up. So let me know if you like. Make sure you like the format and all that. And
Yeah, like Mr. Ramon said, pairs up 2-for-1. Use the code TonyT at checkout. You get a 15% Kappa code off. So you can't lose, man. I'm winning. Mr. Ramon winning. He on the leaderboards. I'm on the leaderboards. So you can see, man, we winners, man. We on the right side of a lot of these games. So we putting a lot of overtime in. Y'all just got to be able to trust us, man. Y'all don't have to do no work. That's our job, So take that however you want to.
Okay, use that promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off those premium pick packages that you pick those up every day. Thank you, DeAndre. We'll see you again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good night. Good luck on your hockey, man. Good luck.
Okay, I will go over the hockey.
Yeah, y'all. Good luck, everybody in the chat, man. Money Making Thursday, man. You can't change nothing about Wednesday. Focus on Thursday. Get on the right side. Make it a winning day. Good luck, everybody. Appreciate y'all. All right, Mr. Ramon.
DeAndre Stevenson of Tony'sPicks.com joining us here on Night Moves. And he mentioned the hockey, and that's what I'm going to do is go over tomorrow's card right now and hopefully bring you some winners there as well. So let's get into it. You can make your picks in the chat if you want as well. All right, I've got the games all lined up and ready to go here, I believe. And let me start it off here with the Kraken. Let's get Kraken. In this one with Joey Decord here going up against Olmark here in this one on Thursday night. You can have Ottawa here, a home favorite for sure in this one, going up here against Seattle on the road here, traveling east for Seattle. They're 2-0-1 so far. They're up about 1.3 units this season. They're unbeaten in regulation. Good goaltending so far. Ottawa just 1-3 right now, down already a unit and a half. They've struggled to defend. They've allowed 4+ goals in each of their 3 losses. The meetings last year both went under, although they split the series last season. I think I'm going to try the under actually here as my play. Let's see, do I have listed at 5.5 there on the screen over 20? Yeah, but I'm still going to try it under. I know there are some 6s out there, a little more heavily juiced, juiced to the under. So you grade me at 5.5 though. But hey, you want to take it up to 6? Can't blame you there. I'll take the under in this one with Seattle and Ottawa. And I'm trying to make sure I get these goalies right, and we could have some changes a little bit beforehand, but we'll keep it going here right now. And with the games here tonight, with the Predators are taking on the Habs here in this one with Saros going up against Sam Montembeault here in this one. Nashville on the road here, going to be a dog. Montreal about $1.60, and the total 6 under 20 here so far. Montreal, they've started hot, obviously, and 12-3 at home, dating back to last season. 3-1 right now, up nearly a unit and a half. Nashville, their offense certainly has been a little bit flat. 2.3 goals per game so far, and they've lost both of their road games. The under has hit in 10 of the last 13 meetings between these two teams in Toronto. I know I've got it 6 under 20 on this one on the screen, and if I can find that, I'm probably going to do that again. I think I got to go under here with Nashville and Montreal in this one tonight. All right, next up we got make sure here. Yeah. Rangers on the road taking on the Leafs. The Leafs going to be favored in this one at home, $1.40. A total 6 under 20 here in this one, with the Rangers heading in there to take on the Leafs. So I think for me in this one, you got a Rangers team right now, 2-3, down a unit and a half, and not very consistent. But hey, they've looked good on the road, right? And not so good at home. They can't even score at home. That's so weird. Toronto, meanwhile, they're a scoring machine at home, but it's had defensive issues kind of early. This one could get a little scary. the Leafs have won 6 of the last 8 meetings, but Shesterkin he's been pretty hot, let's just say. 97% save percentage so far. I'm going to try the Rangers. I think the Rangers are winning on the road and losing at home right now. They're not even scoring at home. What did they say? They became the first team. Oh, man, how many years with 0 goals at home? Is that right? In 3 games? That's crazy. But on the road, they're 2-0. The Toronto's 2-2. I think with their defensive issues here, I'd probably take the Rangers a little bit of plus money at this point. I'm going to take the Rangers, I think. What a bizarre team this team is going to be. All right, let's continue on. I've got the Avs here, road favorite, of course, $1.60 or so, and the total 6. Probably shaded the over there. I don't think it's 6 flat. We got to at least make it 6 over 15. It might even be 6 over 20 here at some points in this matchup, but I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily the way it's going to go in this one. From maybe maybe what we've seen so far. I think for me, it feels like more of a game where Columbus, that sometimes at home, Columbus a little bit more, I don't want to say call them totally solid defensively or anything like that, but maybe just capable defensively. I know the Avs are going to come in here already looking so hot here, 3-0, and Columbus is 1-2. So far this season. So I don't know if I can make a case. I'm trying to make a case here maybe for Columbus at this price, but that's probably not a good idea, actually. Colorado's won 4 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams. Under 14 of the last 19 meetings between the two here in Columbus. Now, that's not a totally frequent series, but I'm going to take the under in this one with Columbus and Colorado. This is probably my least favorite of the games tonight with the pick anyway. Colorado, man, I mean, can you believe it? They're already looking so sharp here already this season. Man, wow. All right, let's go to the Panthers and the Devils here in this one. And you take a look here with Florida coming in here. They're a 3-2 start behind Bobrovsky, 1.67 goals against, but they are 0-2 on the road so far. New Jersey, 2-1. They looks like they've improved defensively. Maybe they haven't found their stride offensively yet here, but I think this price anyway. And I have the price all messed up there, you guys. I don't know what. I have the price on there twice. I mean, don't forget, Florida is coming in here 3-1. Let me fix it though. So it just, I don't know, feels like a high price the way Florida looks so far. Look, like I said, I think New Jersey, there's plenty of reason for optimism here so far, it feels like. The Panthers have dominated this matchup. They've actually won 5 straight here in New Jersey. Bobrovsky's in pretty sharp form here. I might be square, but man, I feel like taking Florida here on the money line. They're a big dog here to New Jersey on the road. I get it. I'm excited for New Jersey here, but at a plus $1.30, I'm going to have to take Florida. This might be burning money because it feels like one of those sharp plays. But I'm going to take Florida here. There's concerns. There's injury. There are injury concerns. Make no mistake for Florida here, but they're kind of long term. Also with no Kachuk and no Barkov this season. We know what's going on. So still, it feels like Florida's held it together so far. All right, might end up regretting that one. Here we go. What's next? The Jets and the Flyers. There we go. With the Jets on the road, favored $1.40 here in this one. And the total, 5.5 over 20 here with the The Jets on the road. I think Comrie actually is slated to be in goal here against Vladar. Winnipeg 2-1 so far, up about zero point 0.6 units. Been pretty stingy actually defensively. Philadelphia 1-1-1, down 0.7 units, but been inconsistent but tough at home, and we're also pretty solid late last season as well in those home games that didn't mean much, but Flyers have taken 10 of the last 12 meetings here at home between these two. The under's actually hitting 5 straight in this series. I gotta take Philadelphia here. We'll see. I mean, look, I'm always gonna fade them early. It feels like, but let's try Philadelphia here at a little bit of plus money. Yeah, Winnipeg has the 2 wins, but they're going to go with Comrie here. Let's go ahead and take Philadelphia in this one. Philly got to take them sometime this season. All right, the Oilers going to take on the Islanders here in this one. Islanders, home dog here. Oilers $1.60 on the road in this one. And, I get it. Edmonton coming in here 2-0. The Islanders are 0-3 so far. Might be one of those where you just kind of close your eyes and maybe take the dog here. I don't know if Edmonton can win them all, but this might not be the one either. So we'll see. So far, the Oilers, though, 2-0-1, I believe, are off to a pretty clean start. Good offensive balance and a 94% save percentage from Skinner. The Islanders, well, they're 0-3. So Edmonton's taken 4 of the last 4 under in 6 of the last 8 meetings, actually, between the two teams. So I think with Skinner and Sorokin in here, I'm going to go under, actually, at 6. 6 flat, maybe a little bit of juice to the under, but my pick is going to be on the under here with Edmonton and the Islanders tonight. Keep it moving here on Night Moves. Hey, if you guys want to comment, give me your picks, let me know. Got a few dozen of you in here right now checking out my action here on Night Moves. And I've got the Canucks going in, taking on Dallas here, Demko and Ottinger. Expected in goal here. Dallas already tied for the lead in the Central with Colorado. They're hot, 3-0, up 2 2/3 units already so far this season, and Ottinger's won all 3 stars. Vancouver 1-2, down a unit and a half, getting solid goaltending play, but just inconsistent up front. Dallas has won 4 of the last 5 meetings, but the unders come in 3 straight meetings last season. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the under here. Dallas at home, of course. So give me the under with Vancouver and Dallas at 6. Next up, the Hurricanes are taking on the Ducks in Anaheim. Anaheim won again on their home ice on opening night. I think they said 10 straight now. They should just pretend every game is opening night. Put banners up and balloons and everything. But here you do have, I think, Carolina, though, possibly with the backup here tonight in this one. And we'll see. No, I think it is going to be actually Frederick Anderson. Is that what I have on screen here? Yeah, I think it is going to be Frederick Anderson for sure in this one against Luke Dostal. Carolina's perfect to start the season. They're up already here so far. Looking good. Anaheim, like I said, pleasant surprise, got the home win. Ducks have won 6 of the last 10 matchups between the two, although Carolina has taken 2 straight. 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in Anaheim have gone under. Yeah, maybe Freddie, 2.88 goals against. It's not awful. It's not stupendous. 86.7 save percentage so far, and Dostal 89% save percentage at 305 goals against, but I'm still going to go under. This one's kind of heavily juiced to the over right now at 6/20. I have 6/30 on the screen there, but it's probably more like 6/20. And I'm going to go under with Carolina and Anaheim. All right. Hope you're enjoying the previews of the hockey here on Thursday night. I've got a couple more for you here with the Bruins taking on the Golden Knights. In this one, I'm expecting Swayman and Hill, I think, here with Golden Knights going to be a pretty big favorite here at $1.95. Boston looking pretty good, though, so far. 3-1. They're up a couple of units, actually looking elite defensively so far. I don't think they can keep it up like this, but with Swayman in net, they're totally looking just fine here at this point. Not going to sweat it here until it goes haywire. You got to take it for what it's worth. At this point, Lindholm is questionable with lower body injury, but the Knights have injuries too. In fact, Hill left last game and is going to be questionable for this game. So we'll see if he can even go. I think that does put a little bit of a question mark here. I think I've got Schmid lined up there on the, I've got Akira Schmid listed there on the lineup there. So I think for me here in this one with Vegas, at home, man, I think Boston could be in a decent position here, maybe, but man, that total. I'm gonna have to make I wish I had some help from the chat here at this point. I feel like a little bit I don't know about confused or with Schmid in there. I don't think Hill's going to make it, quite honestly, man. Bruins are playing well here at this point. I got to go under. That's what I got to do. Come on. It's obvious. Oh, man. I think it's obvious here. 4 of the last 5 meetings have gone under. That's not the reason why. I'm just thinking here. I got a back. I know I'm going to probably have the backup goaltender in here in this game. But I'm not going to sweat it here. I think I've got to go under here in this one. It's going to be under. Okay. And one more here. I've got the Pens and the Kings tonight. Kings also, I think, have the backup in there tonight. Let me see. Do I got that on screen correctly with Anton Forsberg? Not confirmed yet, so we'll see. But still, Kings are a big favorite. $2 favorite here going up against Pittsburgh. And, we'll see also with Pittsburgh tonight. I think Silovs I have listed there on the screen. So the starters look like they'll possibly be out for this one. Pittsburgh's 2-2. That's good enough for a profit so far. They're scoring them and they're giving them up. For sure, it feels like, well, LA, meanwhile, they've been bleeding their chances. It feels like despite, they're still strong at home statistically here. It's a high-scoring series. 8 of the last 12 games over. 4 of the last 6 meetings here have gone over as well. So I'm going to go over in this one with Pittsburgh and the Kings tonight. I think that's it for me. That was a lot of totals there at the end of the show, but plenty of totals from me here on Night Moves, actually. That's probably my specialty here, actually. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages. Thank you, Trans. Really good to have you there with the tennis and appreciate it. Having a fun night watching some matches here this morning as well. And we'll see what I have in store here for the rest of the night and the rest of the action today over at Tony's Picks. NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball, college football, and more. Check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. We're also going to have this weekend UFC from Vancouver. So check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save on those premium pick packages. Check out all of our guys here. Check out those handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot, and then get signed up. Like I said, I brought home some winners today with those props. I'm going props in the big games, man. Having a lot of fun there. And grab my tennis pick right here for the night. This is my high roller special here in Stockholm tonight. We're going to tackle the indoor hard courts over here at Tony's Picks here tonight. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can check out the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot, and then get signed up. You see there, I finished up 28 units this season in Major League Baseball here at Tony's Picks. All right, that's going to do it for me here on Night Moves. Really appreciate you joining me. I'll be back tomorrow with more Night Moves for Friday. There's a little college football, but there's baseball and hockey as well. And going to be ready for the great sports weekend for sure here on the site. I hope I can bring myself back up there. All right, that's going to do it for Night Moves. We'll be back tomorrow for Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Night Moves.